Guys, I would like you guys to take a listen at what Magnus Oraka said about the Fulani agenda. Like I said, this man has single-handedly decided to sacrifice himself to be exposing these Fulanis and their plan, because these people can never be trusted when it comes to politics and power. You can never trust. Just take a listen and let me get your views in the comments.
Is there a Fulani agenda in Nigeria? Absolutely yes. What is the agenda? The agenda is to position Fulanis to become the head of every indigene in Nigeria. Otherwise, how do you explain a Fulani man did 8 years and another Fulani man is already angling to become the president after 2 years of a southern president? Is that not see finish? Is that not an insult? If you ask me, that is the biggest insult to southerners. We must protect Nigeria from the Fulani agenda. If you are a Nigerian and you do not believe that there is a Fulani agenda, then you need to go to a hospital and get your head checked. We do not know what power means to the Yoruba man, what power means to the Igbo man, what power means to the Hausa man, to the Fulani man. We don't know what power means to everybody. Now let me tell you what power means to the Fulani man. Power means everything. Power is absolute to the Fulani man. And until the rest of Nigerians understand this, we will not get it right. Now, I've been watching Atiku and El-Rufai. I've been studying the two. You know, trying to angle on something that I can hold on. But unfortunately, I am yet to really come up with an absolute sense. Now, El-Rufai, who was the... Okay, let me start with Atiku. Atiku was the governor of Adamawa State until he was drafted to become the vice president under Obasanjo. And for some of you who were not born then, Atiku didn't act like a vice president. Atiku almost acted like a secondary president. Atiku was never loyal. Atiku was never subservient. Atiku never acted like he had a boss. Atiku rebelled vehemently and openly against Obasanjo. Let's know that. Atiku never became vice president as vice president. Atiku was not like Namadi Sambo, who was loyal to Goodluck Jonathan. Atiku was not even Shetima. The Shetima we believed was a terrorist guy. He's even loyal to Tinubu. Atiku never became loyal. So even while as vice president, Atiku was power drunk. You know, it's now I'm beginning to see a whole lot of things about Atiku. So Atiku has always envisaged being in the place of authority long before now. So is he somebody we can... Now, Atiku has never one day condemned the menace of Fulanis in Nigeria. Now, the most notable of it all was his tweet condemning the unaliving of Deborah. Is it Deborah? In Sokoto. But when the northern youths, you know, agitated over his tweet, he immediately went and deleted it and said he didn't authorize the tweet. Which means if we vote an Atiku in, he will not tackle the Fulani menace head on. He will not. Now, Atiku's university, Aptic, is along on your way to what's this local government? Hey, don't you live at the mouth? Oh, it's not hung. It's a popular local government. Anyway, it's on your way to that place and it's outskirts. Do you know that since all these Fulani attacks, not one single attack has been taken to that university? I'm not saying so, but it stirs up the thought that could it be that they know that the owner of this establishment is one of our own, so let's leave it. Having said that, El-Rufai, or on the other hand, El-Rufai has been displaying some sort of good guy recently. The good guy. But having lived in the north for this long, for so long, and understanding the concept of takia, that's misdirection in Islam, could it be a form of takia or misdirection from El-Rufai? Is it a form of misdirection? Or is it true that El-Rufai has realized a need to really turn Nigeria from its present doldrum to the Nigeria that we actually wanted or want? Now, being the governor of Kaduna State, I can authoritatively tell you that the indigenes of southern Kaduna will not hesitate to tell you that El-Rufai is a bad commodity. Now, because of some videos that I've been privileged to watch, I can conclude from those videos, tell you that El-Rufai is a religious bigot. Now, how do I reconcile a religious bigot with his current demeanor, trying to prove that he is for a better Nigeria? His son, who was all the while attacking Peter Obi, suddenly now is changing tone, saying that he never knew that Peter Obi was a good person, that he had attacked Peter Obi wrongly. Now, could all this be a calculated misdirection? Is all this a misdirection? Now, Goodluck Jonathan was president from 2011 to 2015, right? And I was in Jos those times. Trust me that there was a time that hearing bomb blast became a normal thing. We try to distinguish bomb blast from those that are blasting well with dynamite, because anytime they blast well, it's also a loud sound. So we look at the sound. We became used to bomb blast. We became used to hearing people buying because of attacks. And those attacks came in the thick of threat of the APC, where they said that they will make Goodluck Jonathan's government ungovernable. And they took that threat, they made that threat a realism. Now they've been in power since 2019. 2015 till today. And what do we have? First, the 8 years of Buhari administration was all targeted at re-establishing Fulani dominance in Nigeria. But the most intriguing aspect of my story is, now that we have a southerner, even though I don't like seeing Tinubu as a southerner, but then he's a southerner, why has Tinubu remained controllably silent on the Fulani menace in Nigeria? Why? So I asked a question some time ago and I said, is it possible that an agreement was reached between Tinubu and Buhari that suggested that, okay, you said it is Yoruba tongue, we are going to give you, but please, all our agenda, the tenets that defines our agenda, don't touch it. Like the expansion of the Fulani agenda, don't touch it. Because how do you explain a president that lost 200 of his citizens in Benue? He couldn't go and visit them until the citizens of the country pressured him to come. And when he came eventually to Benue State, he didn't visit the actual site where the devastation took place, citing reasons that the road that led to the place is not motorable. As a president of Nigeria. As a president of Nigeria. And yet, some goats will still come and defend this nincompoop. A president tells you that he can't visit a site where citizens of his country that he is presiding were unalived by a group of terrorists. And he's telling you, Nigerians, that I would have gone there, but the road was bad. That's why I couldn't go there. And you see that as something to be excused. Give me what am I doing? Sorry, that's unacceptable to me. That's unacceptable. So is there a Fulani agenda in Nigeria? Absolutely yes. What is the agenda? The agenda is to position Fulanis to become the head of every indigene in Nigeria. Otherwise, how do you explain a Fulani man did 8 years and another Fulani man is already angling to become the president after 2 years of a southern president? Is that not see finish? Is that not an insult? If you ask me, that is the biggest insult to southerners. So, in my anger that Tinubu has failed as a president, I will not be blinded to create pathways to actualize an existing Fulani threat. So in my anger with the Tinubu failure, I will not be blinded towards the existing Fulani threats. Yes, Tinubu needs to go, but at the same time, we must protect Nigeria from the Fulani agenda. If you are a Nigerian and you do not believe that there is a Fulani agenda, then you need to go to a hospital and get your head checked. The other thing that gets me really worried is the fact that how come all the menace, is there a word like menaces? All the menace or menaces, if there's a word like that, that is happening in Nigeria, no news media outlet picks it. NTA, Arise, AIT, Silverbird, all these channels, they don't talk about it. They don't talk about it.
I will start from this Fulani issue. The issue of the Fulani in the country is a calculated step. Is a strategy that they have perfected all these years to hold onto the grip of power of the country. If you watch, they don't drag for anything. What they fight for is power. You cannot see Fulani, looking for who to give him money to bribe him. Like they bribe the people from the south, they bribe the people from the east, they bribe them in the Senate House, they brag them in the House of Rep to get their way through. You know, so all they are after, they are not after the money, they are after the power. They like to be in charge of the power. Watch, for example, the police affair. They will make sure they fight, even though you will remove them from the head. But underground, they are still the one controlling the police. They are still the one controlling the army. They are still the one controlling the navy. They always want to control our armed forces. Who to be a governor of a state, who to be the president of the country. You must make agreement with the Fulanis before they allow you to be, that the agenda which they have on grant, you will allow them to continue their agenda. If you agree to sign that agreement with them, they can support you for presidency. If not, they will use terrorism to harass your government, or to frustrate you, to make sure you don't come to power. So they always make people to sign agreement with them so that they will continue their Fulani agenda, which is to take over states, especially because recently they discovered that even as they have made money, they have been in affairs of the country, that they do not have a state that they are controlling apart from that Castina state. So the moment they discover this, that Nigeria has already been established that, and know to everyone that Fulani doesn't have states of their own. So they now began the process of grabbing states. They now want to have their own states that will be known as Fulani states. So that's why you see them trying to take over states, as many as they can. And these all are being supported by their leaders, like the Sultan of Sokoto, and so many elites. They are aware of this. They are in support. They give them the backing. They give them all the support that they need to achieve all this. That's why they also fear and threaten that it's like what's it called? Jagaban is going outside of their agenda. That's why you see them threatening him now and shaking him to his foundation, for him to align, for them to remind him and drag him back, that don't forget their agenda. Don't pull out of the Fulani agenda. That's why you see the collaboration recently of the Sultan of Sokoto and the Alaafin of Oyo. They are trying to put those two together so that the Fulani and the Yorubas can agree, can work together, so that power will remain with the Fulani and they will also share it with the Yorubas. That's why you see the two of them coming together, so that this alliance you are seeing, it will end up that the Sultan of Sokoto should talk to the Fulanis to support Tinubu's second tenure. That Tinubu will allow them continue with their agenda. The killing will continue, and the taking over of all the states, of so many other states, will continue. We continue unabated. That is the agenda.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning. Go ahead. Osgavin, mute your mic.
Yes, I'm
Thank
here.
God for everything today. I was listening to what our conversation today is very nice. But what I'm seeing is that to me, I was telling somebody this morning. I was at home. I was telling someone that managing a country is like managing. If you cannot manage a company, you cannot manage a country. Because you must be good in management before you manage a country. I always tell you people, the only thing the devil doesn't want is Obi to come in. The very day Obi come in that country, but believe me, everything will be well. And that is why the devils in human forms stand at the gate that this man will never come there. Whatever this man did, he will not come there. But I'm telling you, I know. You know, this guy calling from Dubai, I was in area 10. I was in area 10 before in Dubai. Where we are doing business there. What the guy said is true. The job they will give you is the job that you know, even in it, you can't do it. You know, they take us as rag there, over there. When I storm Dubai airport, I was on the queue. When they saw me with my passport, they said I should move around. I said, why? Why will I move around? Some people are coming, the so-called American airline, Virgin Atlanta landed, and they were on the queue. They asked me to stay aside. I said, my friend, please. So the policy of your nation determine the respect they will give you. These people have destroyed our country. I'm telling you. Woto, I'm in Ghana here now. The kind of insult the Ghanaians are giving us. But I was in Ghana. I'm telling you, the strength of only Niger State and Benue State is more than Ghana. But these people didn't guide us because of the policy and the way our people are trooping to Ghana. My brother, if you see the house I'm living in Ghana, you will pity me. These people are not developed. Nothing here. But we are here just to do our business, get our money and go. If you see the house I'm living in Ghana, you will pity me. And the man I was living in the house they built in 1930. One house that you cannot even lift up your hand. But the man is making money from me. Almost 300,000 per room. No toilet and bathroom. It was the policy of Nigerians that makes us to be running away like mad people. If not, before God and man, I know I told you I live in Maiduguri. I based in Maiduguri. My own is Boko Haram that pursue me out of the country. You understand? So, but the policy of the leaders. Imagine the other day I was watching channel show asking Wike, you own a Rolls Royce? He said, yes, I own it. He said, how did you get the Rolls Royce? It's my own. It's my own. He couldn't even defend it. I said, what kind of country is this? A civil servant. It's not a businessman. It's a barrister. I have never had that Wike won a case in a court. And nobody cares about it. The way they do it in that country, I don't understand. That's why only thing I need from God, I was asking God, please, if Obi comes, let him give us Obi. I know what Obi want to do was to destroy all these retired legs and send them packing. So that the youth will take over the country. So that we will see good things happening. As for Fulani you are talking of, to me, all these Fulani, I have been with them when I was in Bauchi State, Azare precisely. I live in Azare for a long time. These people, I think they are using them for politics. So to me, they are not the major problem. The major problem is the head from the top. Had it been we have a good leader, the policy you implement will put everybody on his house. You understand? Everybody will be in his home. Because you cannot be disturbing people with your nomadic life. They give you say ruga, you say no. You want to be disturbing people with your nomadic system? Who is practicing that nonsense in this time? So to me, that one is not the problem. Because when the president enact a law that say any man like me now, let me go straight to that one. If there is a enact law that say any cattle rearer must have ruga, must have a stay, a place, a particular place, no moving of cattle here and there, it will stop. So because they are the people controlling the power, and they are, if you ask them, they will be saying it is the way of the way of life, is the way of life, is the way of their people life. And after all, the Igbo man is moving from one place to another. Does the Igbo man take a land from somebody free? Igbo man will come to your place, get a shop, pay, get a land, pay. Your own, you use it to destroy people's own. Like Benue people, mostly, predominantly, they are farmers. And you use your own to destroy their own. And you are because your people are in power, they are sharing you, giving you, this kind of thing. It was because we have not gotten a president that will enact law. If they place a law that there will be no movement of cattle from here to there, unless through you convey it by lorry, yes, it will become a law. You understand? So to me, that one is not a problem. Let us, if God give us Obi, all those things will be handled. Yes, because they use Fulani as a tools for the politics.
Somebody's
you understand? Yes.
Go ahead.
If this one come, he tell you don't you know I'm a Fulani?
Somebody's at the door.
Don't hear now.
Go ahead.
Who? Don't you know I'm a Fulani man? You know what I'm talking.
Yeah.
You know. You live in the north for a long time. And you know. And so what? You are Fulani. When I read the history, I heard of the way we assemble in Nigeria. I noticed that Fulani was the last people to kill. So you are tormenting people all around. The major problem is that the presidency has not done anything since Nigeria began up to today. So, and we have now gotten a president that will put Nigeria in their place. Put Nigerians in their place.
Truth remains that you can never trust a Fulani man. You can never in your life trust a man called Fulani. Because this is when it comes to power, they are all greedy. They can't do anything. Because how can we be having issues like Fulani herdsmen, our proper issue we have in Nigeria today? Herdsmen are the issues where they are the number one issue we have in Nigeria today. And the Fulani man is still having the mind to come and contest for the election. Instead of them to first of all tackle this issue of herdsmen, try to stop them, then we can believe and have faith in this Fulani. Because it's so shameful that the number one issue we have in Nigeria, the topmost issue of insecurity in Nigeria is herdsmen. Where farmers don't go to their farmland now to farm because they are scared of what these people will do. Because they are capable of doing anything when it comes to power. They are capable of kidnapping, buying. Imagine entering somebody's community and taking over the community by buying people, raping people, and doing many things. And you go unpunished. Then tomorrow they want us to support and believe in Fulani herdsmen. Even the agreement that power goes to this region for 8 years, then this region for 8 years, they don't even obey it. They want power to become their own. Day in, day out, year in, year out. This is how selfish that they can be. And I think this is a message to Atiku that he should know that we all are aware of their plans. Because it cannot work. Atiku cannot rule Nigeria. This is what people have been saying. That instead of Atiku to be on the ballot box, instead of Obi, let Tinubu rule for 8 years. Then we know that Tinubu led for 8 years. This is the gospel truth people have been saying. That they don't want Atiku to rule Nigeria because they know that they cannot trust a Fulani man. You cannot trust a Fulani man. That's why they are advising people to be, don't join that coalition. So far Atiku is there because Atiku will never in his life let you get the ticket when he is there, because Atiku have been the one sponsoring that ADC coalition. Then imagine giving ticket to Obi. It doesn't make any sense to us because we all know the capacity of this Fulani herdsmen. But let me get your own thought about this video vote in the comment section, and I'll be seeing you guys in my next video.